You want to build your dream body. I want you to build your dream body, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. My name is Liv, welcome to my channel, and if you're thinking to yourself, damn, who is this other fitness influencer trying to give me advice on my body on God's great internet? Well, let me tell you.
Now that I have your attention.
You don't have our attention.
My name is Dr. Liv.
I'm listening.
I have a doctorate in physical therapy. I've been a personal trainer for 7+ years with hundreds of women, both online and in person, and I still train both online and in person. And I have my bachelor's in biology. You could be rest assured that any of the information I will ever give, my girlies on Instagram and TikTok know, based in science. We like science here. But I'm also a human being who is constantly evolving in my fitness journey, and I know that when it comes to setting a goal for fitness, it could be really complicated and overwhelming, especially with the fitness influencer internet. So I just wanted to give a couple tips and tricks and points that you can just resonate with and start to implement now. That way you can reach your goal regardless of what it is. If you like my vibe so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to start a small army of smart baddies, a cult, if you will. First and foremost, mindset. We gotta talk about your thought process kind of going into any goal, not just fitness related. But a lot of us click on videos like this, like the one that you're watching, because there's something about us that we want to change, specifically something that we don't like. And that's okay, by the way. Body neutrality here. It's okay to not like everything about yourself, but what's important is that you understand that you cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. And I'm also just like saying this out loud so I hear it too, because we all get stuck in this loop. We're human. But if we hate ourselves and punish ourselves and make ourselves feel bad for where we are and not being where we want to be, we're never gonna get to where we want to be because we don't respect ourselves enough to change. You have to value yourself in order to see the value in the future you, if that makes sense. You are an investment. You also knew this one was coming. You have to have a plan. You have to have a routine. You have to have a program. Otherwise, you're gonna be wandering around aimlessly with no direction. Oh, special guest. I want you to start thinking about this a little bit differently than I see other people explain it. I want you to kind of think about exercise, rest, nutrition as medication that needs to be dosed. When I'm working with patients, when I'm working with clients, anybody, whenever there is a goal in mind, each thing is planned out and programmed with a specific dosage so that you reach that goal, right? If you're trying to clear an infection, you need a specific dosage of an antibiotic in order to get to that goal. It's the same thing if you think about it with exercise, which is why a structured program and a plan is so important no matter what your goal is. Because yes, you could look up a million different things on the internet. There's a ton of videos on how to do the perfect leg workout, right? The perfect back workout, the perfect exercise routine for running and blah, blah, blah. But it has to be specific and tailored to you. And in my last point, I had mentioned that you are an investment, which is why if you're looking to obtain a specific goal and you kind of feel lost, it might be worth the investment to you to go maybe seek out like a personal trainer or a coach, or sometimes at gyms when you sign up for a membership, they'll do a free training session. See what you can get out of that. If you are looking for extra help, I do also offer one-on-one programming and coaching linked down below. You can check that out after the video. It's in the description box. Coming up next, the unavoidable, your diet. Everybody hates talking about this, and I think it's because people make it way more complicated than it needs to be. Again, you just have to figure out what your goal is and then do a little bit of math, or you have someone help you with it. It's okay. But you have to also start thinking about food, like I said, like medicine, like fuel, right? You can't not fill a car up with gas and expect it to run like normal. I am, in fact, one of those people that does encourage tracking your macros, tracking your calories, because you kind of have to know where you're starting. A lot of people either overestimate or underestimate what they're eating. And again, if you have a specific goal in mind, you need to make sure that everything in your routine, in your plan, is lined up in accordance with meeting that goal. It's also just good to kind of track your eating habits, especially throughout your cycle, throughout different periods of your life, different increases in stressors. For me, I find that when I eat carbs, like starchy carbs and only carbs at the beginning of the day, I'm really tired, as opposed to planning them closer to my workouts when I need more of the energy. So it's really good just to kind of get an idea of what are your habits like, things that you're not really consciously thinking about, kind of seeing them listed out. It gives you data. I would also like to address in this video that sometimes you can be doing all of these things that I've been mentioning correctly and still not reach your goal. Maybe you have an underlying health condition, especially with women, right? Our health is underfunded and under-researched, right? So there's a lot of things that we don't know, a lot of confounding factors that happens with our cycles, with underlying conditions that we have yet to get a diagnosis for, that very well could be affecting our hormones, the way we store fat, lose fat, our general health, our cardiovascular system. So if you find that if you're doing all of these things correctly, but you're still not feeling good or getting to where you need to be, it might be time to kind of go to a professional like your PCP or get some blood work done, your OB-GYN, just to make sure that you're really tackling all aspects of your health. We're gonna do a little scene change. We're talking about cardio, mama. And what better way to talk about it than to talk about it while doing it? She's a multitasking queen. But I'm including it in this video because even as I was growing up in the fitness space, there was always like, is cardio, do you have to do it? Should you do it? Should you not do it? Is it worth doing it? You get your heart rate up when you lift weights. Yes, very true. However, what the research shows is that no matter what your goal is, no matter what you're trying to achieve, to be an overall just healthy and fit individual and expand your lifespan, cardiovascular fitness is extremely important. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what mode of cardio should I be doing? That's when a programming plan comes in. And honestly, my really general answer, whatever form of cardio you like to do and you can be consistent with and stick to is probably gonna be your best option. So for instance, I have a lot of clients or patients whose goal is to lose weight. So they start out by going for runs and sprinting and doing all these like HIIT classes. And all of those are really intense forms of cardio. And then they wonder to themselves, well, why am I not seeing progress? Why do I just feel tired all the time? I'm hungry all the time. Like I get I'm in a deficit, but I just feel awful. And it's probably because their mode of cardio is too intense for them. Something at like a steadier state cardio, like walking, a light jog, cycling is probably gonna be their best option for their goal. For me, I really enjoy cycling. I like jumping rope. I like just getting my steps in. People underestimate the power of getting your steps in, going for a walk outside, going for a walk on the treadmill. Doing that consistently every day works wonders for your heart and for your goals. I could do a whole separate video on my cardio routine and go more in depth about it if you guys are interested. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little change of scenery. But the last point I wanted to touch on, I said this about all of them, but I think is honestly probably the most important part, and that is building a community. As I've gotten older, it's become a lot more clear to me how important it is to surround yourself with people that align with the future that you see for yourself too. And it doesn't have to be people that are reaching for your exact same goal, but people that are working towards something, looking to better themselves in some way. It makes the world of a difference when you have a little bit of an echo chamber and people that you can depend on that understand what it's like to go through a journey. It's also nice to have people that you can do activities with that align with your priorities, or physical activities, going out to maybe a healthier meal, cooking a meal at home, you know, doing arts and crafts, whatever it may be. Having a sense of community helps you along the journey, because there are going to be a lot of times, especially in a fitness journey, where you feel like stuck. You feel like you're plateauing, you feel like you're not making progress, you just feel bad because it's not linear, and it's important to have people around you that understand that process and can be there to help you when you're a little bit down. And honestly, that's why I started this YouTube channel, because I want to be a sounding board, and I also want to build a community for myself. I have a lot of friends on social media, and I just want to have like a little common meeting place that we can all just share and talk about our journey, because I'm on a journey to change myself too, okay? We're in this together. That was all for this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it sparked something in you, got you a little bit fired up and ignited, just gave you a little bit more of a release and a plan to kind of tackle your goals. Like I said, I'm trying to build a little community here, so feel free to leave your questions, comments, concerns, any good news in the comments below. I read all of them, and if you want to follow me on all my other socials where I post a little bit more frequently, that'll also be in the description box down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited for more videos to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
You're so good, but not for me. Don't try to be the person you'll never be. Can't say we're different.